Hello there. Welcome to RICO'S Garage. We got a few customer vehicles in here. So we got the YJ wedged in here waiting on a belt. We got the Ford on the lift waiting on spring hangers. And we've got another F-150 on the other side of that door. Needs brakes, shocks. I think that's it. So we're going to go over here to the workbench and I'll show you what we're going to work on. These are the hubs for the 14 bolt in the crew cab. As you can see, we've got the 14 bolt, the disc brake brackets on there now. We'll pull this fashionable masking tape shop rag cover off of here. That yoke is loose because we're going to need to put a pinion seal in there. We're going to need a diff cover. I forgot to order that, so I'll have to get that ordered. The reason the diff cover is missing, I used to have a 98 GMC that also had a 14 bolt in it, and the cover had rusted, like right in that little bump there where the ring gear is. A hole about yay big around actually had rusted through that diff cover. So I had this axle laying around at the time, pulled it off there to get my truck going, and that's that. And then when I ordered all this stuff, I forgot the diff cover. So we've got rotors. Yes, I know there's 4 there. Takes the same rotor front and rear, so I went and ordered 4 of them. Seals, bearings. Any of you that have tore down a 14 bolt know this is the worst freaking part. For those of you that don't know, the inner bearing race, actually everything drives in from the backside, which is totally backwards from the way it would normally be. A normal wheel bearing application. As you can see, this is the outside of the hub where the axle shaft would mount. There is no way to get the bearing and race in there because it necks down. So, I don't know how well you can see this. Focus. You actually have to drop the bearing and race in from the back side, put the snap ring in, seat it, then you put your inner race, inner bearing, and seal. Whereas normally you would go, like we'll do on the front, I'll show you when we get around to that, you would go, you know, outer bearing, or outer race, outer bearing, blah blah blah, flip it over, inner race, inner bearing, seal. You gotta do everything from the back side here. It's kind of hokey, and getting that snap ring out. One of them I jacked with for, I know, probably 20 minutes. The other one fell right out. So that's where we're at. That's a little update of what's in the shop right now, what we're doing. I'm going to put this camera on the tripod, focus down on the bench. You can watch me put these 14 bolt hubs together. I'll get them together as close as I can. Right now, Johnny's at dance. Skyler, my boy, he is babysitting my fire chief's son right now. Kind of cool, but he gets into that stuff. And the wife is still working. She's going to come home from work, shove some food down her neck, go work out because she's training for her ultra marathon. So that leaves Rico in the garage. So I'm going to try to get some stuff done. I can't do any customer work. I'm kind of shafted on parts, so I'm going to try to get some of my stuff done. So I'll put you up here on the tripod. You can watch me work. If I come up with anything that I think I'll need to let you know, we'll kind of work it in. But I don't know if you can see this or not, but when you install this style seal, notice it's open on that side. It's got a little ramp on this side. Make sure you put it so that the ramp goes on the spindle. Because the open side towards the oil. If you flip it around the other way, the oil will push against that ramp and go right past the seal and have a leak. Open side goes towards what you're trying to seal in. So this stud, no matter how much I try, is not staying in all the way. So this hub is not going to go on tonight. So stop by the parts store after work tomorrow and pick up at least one stud. I guess we'll hammer the other side. See if we might need some more. 2 studs. Oh, the parts stores love me. So now, since we need 2 studs, we're not putting either hub on tonight. And it's about time to go pick up the Johnny, so I guess we're done for the night. I think I'm going to end this video right here. Just pause it through the magic of editing. It'll look like it's all one night, so catch you tomorrow. Okay, so we're back. Went to the parts store, got the wheel studs that I need to put the rotors back together. So I'm going to fire up the heat, get these rotors back together all the way, more than likely toss them on. Enjoy the show. I'm going to get to work. I think I screwed up. Okay, so it turns out I'm a moron. I fitted the caliper brackets on there. I got them backwards. And I put the other side on the same way. So I'll go over there, flip it around, then I'll be back to you. You're not going to believe this. So let me tell you a story, okay? You've seen the fancy blue masking tape covers that I had on these axles. I disassembled this parts truck that these axles came off of roughly about a year ago and took it over to a buddy's house. Mostly due to lack of time on my part because I was building this barn. I gave it to him, told him to cut the axle seats off, weld the new ones on, gave him the pinion angle, all the measurements, everything, yada yada yada. He did flawless on his part. Then I brought it back and stored it in my little garage, which is not exactly weather tight. And evidently, when it was sitting there at one time or another, it took on some moisture, one of our fancy covers. Not only do I have a caliper bracket on backwards. Look at all this freaking rust when I pull this on here, and this is part of the rag that I put on there. It's actually stuck to the freaking spindle, and underneath is even freaking worse. This just added hours to this project. Hours that I don't have. So caliper bracket, that's easy. 4 bolts, flip, done. I'm going to be spending hours cleaning this spindle. God. Aggravation. Could it have been prevented? Probably. Nothing to do but to do it. So I turned the heat off so you could hear me. I'm going to turn the heat back on. Get the emery cloth and some razor blades. Go at it. Okay, so it wasn't as bad as I thought. Just gonna try to test fit on here. Maybe it still needs some sanding, but I'm gonna try it. Effortlessly, calling it a win. For those of you that don't know, the components to a 14-volt full floater are as follows: inner nut, outer nut, washer, lock washer. Essentially how this goes: put your washer on first, then your inner nut, then your lock washer. And you will notice that this little tab here, your washer and your lock washer are keyed off of that. And then we tighten the outer nut. And the real fun part, after you get this all together, you gotta fold these little tabs and try to lock this outer nut. It sucks. I don't like it. In the 90s, 14 volts, they actually went to one solid nut and then a small square keyway and a snap ring. A lot better than this double nut crap. And I did some searching, and a lot of places say that style nut's discontinued, and the ones that have it are incredibly proud of it. So I already own this, and this is far from a show truck. This has been working fine for years. We're gonna run it. I always say I'll upgrade it later, but I never do. One other piece to your 14-volt puzzle, if you don't have already, you're going to need this 6-pin axle nut socket. If you don't have one of these, you can buy them at any one of the parts stores, or you can rent it at one of the rental program. I, however, would strongly recommend that if you don't have one of these, and you're going to be working on this truck, especially if you're wheeling it or whatnot, pulling it apart, cleaning the mud out of your bearings and everything, just go ahead and buy it. But if not, you can get them for, on the loaner tool at most of your good parts stores. Torque on these, I've heard a lot of guys say 50 on the inner, 150 on the outer. I myself never torque one. I essentially do it just like I do on the front. Run it down by hand, seat the bearing, back it off a little bit, spin it, and then snug it down, and then I'll put the lock washer on, then the lock nut, and bear down on the lock nut. So there we go, seated. Back her off of here, snug it back down. Give her a few spins. A little snug. Give her a few spins. A little snug. One more time. There you can see, each time I did that, seat it, back it off, snug it, give her a spin, and snug just a little bit more, spin it again, and snug a little bit more, spin it again, no movement. So that's essentially what I do, is just keep spinning it, checking it until it's snug, but I'm not. So now I'll put the lock washer on, and then the lock nut, and bear down on the lock nut. Tight. Check for binding. There is none. What I want to do, I'll just take this emery cloth. Surface is good and clean. Now we're ready for an axle, which is over your shoulder there. Can you hand that to me? No? Sorry guys, I thought I'd be right back with the axle, but I grabbed it off the shelf back here and noticed that somebody went full on stupid with the RTV. So I'm going to have to clean that off real quick. There, much better. Let's go back to the truck. Bolt has a short shaft and a long shaft. So what I did there was made sure that I had the short shaft. I was pretty sure the short shaft went on this side, but I was just making sure. Because I've been wrong before. So we need some silicone. A little bit, and I emphasize, a little bit of RTV is all you need. You don't need to put a whole stinking tube on like the last guy did. It's not necessary. Now, normally we put brake pads and caliper on, but I kind of forgot to order those. And we got to get some customer vehicles out of here so we can buy some parts. So we'll move on to stuff we have parts for. Right now we'll put the hub on the other side. Okay, so funny story. A long time ago, when I put my first 14 bolt in a truck, we're probably talking close to 20 years ago. I didn't have a lot of tools, and I broke a yoke on my flatbed 14 bolt. It's 1.5 inch socket on the yoke nut, and I didn't have a 3/4 drive set, but I did have some swap meet tools that I found, odds and ends everywhere, and I did have a welder. So I took a 3/4 drive 1.5 inch socket out of that swap meet crap and a 15/16 socket and welded the two together. Like I said, that was 20 years ago. This thing still works flawless. In fact, there's now even a full 3/4 drive set over in that toolbox. There's a 3/4 drive impact sockets in that toolbox with 3/4 impact. This is still my go-to. It's chrome instead of gold. So don't let your lack of cash stop you from working on this stuff. All you gotta do is be a little bit creative. So I'm going to shimmy under here with my 20-year-old homemade socket. Zip the nut off, zip the pinion off there, pull the pinion seal out, change it. Pinion seal on the eyeball. It's out though. Oh, nice. See where the pinion seal got me? Video camera. Doubles as a handy mirror. What did we get done today? Assemble hubs, 2 rotors. Yes. Mount hub assembly to axle, yes. Install shafts, yes. Place pinion seal, yes. Install shocks and weld mounts, no. Run vent hose, no. I need to get some 3/8 fuel line to do that. Not too bad for a little bit of time after work, but according to the little window up there, we're almost out of battery. To be honest with you, I haven't had supper yet, so I'm almost out of gas. And those shocks, they can sit on that shelf one more night. It's not going to hurt anything at all. See ya.